Hey guys, I've been trying to film more. I love watching Vogue beauty secrets, so I thought what would be a fun thing to do was to film my own Vogue beauty secrets. And this is my guide to like glowy, girly, flushed, like sun-kissed makeup. Before I begin, I always have to clip up my hair with these really cute makeup clips. Sometimes after I do my makeup, I get tempted to keep them in because they're just so cute. For me, one of the key things when doing my makeup is making sure my skin is moisturized and glowy. So first I start off by using this, it's really beaten up, but this Nivea just soft cream, any facial cream. I like to make sure my skin is glowy like beforehand. So I do that by, I use my moisturizer and then I'll use some skincare oil, and then I'll also add these glowy drops. I use are these sleek illuminating drops, and I'd recommend them. My friend recommended them to me, and every time I use them, it's quite messy though, but every time I use them, people are like, oh my gosh, you're glittery. I started like wearing makeup when I was like 12, I'd say. Like not regularly, but like for special occasions and just for like I do like experimental makeup. Like I'd watch like Ayanfe and like James Charles, and I'd be like, ooh, I'm gonna do this like cool makeup look. And I was always inspired by like bright eyeshadow, and it looked really bad, but I had so much fun doing it. Okay, so then after I put on my Milk Hydro Primer, I go in with a new product that I've not really gotten used to yet. It's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I think I'm gonna blend that out with fingers partly, and then partly this flat brush. I think blending with your fingers is like the best thing you can do. As I'm filming this, I'm really struggling with storage, so I'm gonna try and power through and get this done. So then the next step is brows. I go in with this on my brows. I love this, it's the NYX Brow Glue. And then I will just fill in the ends. Just kind of fill in the ends. And I do like one line like that, and I do this to just make sure it looks natural. I've had times where my brows have looked despicable. You just need to go in with a very, very light hand. And the next step after this is concealer. I use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Like honestly, like I've never tried a high-end concealer. These like cheaper concealers just are so good, and these will be my placements. For everyday makeup, I place it like this. Sometimes if I'm trying to do a bit more, I'll put on like a lot of concealer, and then I'll spot concealer in any places I feel like I need it. And I'll just put some on my forehead because I feel like that's where most of my acne scarring is. Then after that, I'll go in with a brush and I'll blend. I used to blend with a beauty blender, but I've learned to love blending with a brush. It's the best. At this point, I love that in my makeup routine. It's like still very glowy, even though I put like concealer and I put on like a skin tint. I still feel like my skin is breathing through, and that is what I really look for in my makeup. So next, we're going to move on to bronzer. Bronzer and blush and highlighter are my three favorite steps. They make my makeup look. So for bronzer, I use the Milk Makeup Bronzer, which I love so dearly. I'm kind of struggling with this product right now because I need to put it in the freezer. You may ask why I need to put it in the freezer, because like I can't like turn it up by itself because it's gotten too warm. So I just like to put this like here around the temples and just like in the traditional places you would put bronzer. And I really noticed the difference when I started using bronzer. I never used to bronze before. I used to be like, no, why would I need bronzer? It always looks like muddy. But I definitely find like it's my favorite step. And sometimes I'll just put it on random places because it just warms you up, and it's like not that drastic if you go in with a light hand, so it doesn't look cakey. Next step, arguably one of my favorite steps, is blush. I'm gonna use the Glossier Cloud Paint in Spark. I put some on the back of my hand to like warm it up, because there have been times when my blush has definitely been like too vibrant and I've gone into school and stuff and people are like, oh, I can really see your blush today. But they're trying to subtly imply that I went a bit overboard. But honestly, there is no such thing as over blushing. You can never be over blushed. And like blush has just been something that I've constantly loved. Like I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, they never used to wear blush. I've always adored and loved blush. After I do my blush, I like to go in with nose contour, and I don't own any like contour which is like not my bronzer, so I just use bronzer and I like the way it looks as well. I've tried like using eyeshadows that are a bit like cooler toned, but I just feel like this is warmer and looks more natural. And how I do it is I just put a bunch here, then I lightly like put some on the sides, I put a line here, and then I'll blend it out with the same brush I use for my concealer. Honestly, this mirror it's a tragedy. I've stepped on it, I've like sat on it, and after I do that, I'll tap my brush on the top of it and I'll go in over that section. I feel like that's so important for my, and on the sides as well if I feel I need more. And then I always remember to bring it up into like this area here. And then next after this we have arguably another one of the best steps, highlight. I use the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light wand in Spotlight. I use this so much. I only got this for Christmas and it's already like halfway used. I just put 2 dots here and a dot here, a dot here, and 2 dots here. Honestly, it makes such an amazing difference. Oh, I almost forgot. And then I've also started using the e.l.f. Halo Glow wand. What I do next is my inner corner highlight and my nose highlight, and I use the NYX Jumbo Stick, which again is a new product I've been using. And what I like to do for the tip, I like to put some on like the tip of my nose, which I think is so cute. And I like to focus it higher than the actual tip of my nose is, so it just gives it like that really button nose effect. I just like to like trace it out first, and then for my inner corner as well. And then I'll bring it in. And for today, I only do this sometimes. I'll put it on this little bit here. I feel like it makes your eyes look so big and just cute. It's a special day. I think I'm gonna go in with some like eyeliner. It's not exactly eyeliner, but it's like, I just like to add a little shadow there. So then I'll use the same eyebrow pencil. It's called an eyeliner pencil, so I think this is actually meant for eyeliner. Take my broken mirror again, and I just kind of add like darkness there. I don't really go in any direction. Take this like angle brush and I like smoke it out in the direction of my eye. So you see that? I feel like it creates a really natural like just elongation of the eye kind of. And I don't know how to describe it, but it just like makes your eyes pop. And then sometimes I'll bring it into the center as well. To that, I like to move on to mascara, which is like the make or break thing. I feel like the look looks just like meh, and then when I do mascara, it's like wow. Forgot, I have to do powder. I use a Say powder. This is one of my favorite steps. This is why I use a beauty blender actually. So I just take some of the powder and I tap it into my lid. Honestly, I haven't started using powder until recently. So I just put it on my places that get oily, like my forehead. Like I'll do this underneath my concealer. It's so good because it just stops you from looking too greasy. And then I'll go over with this brush and I'll just kind of take away the excess because you don't want it to. I still want to be glowy obviously, and I would recommend this powder because it has such a natural finish. For people who aren't necessarily powder lovers, I would recommend this. Mascara. The mascara I use and have always used my entire life is Sky High. And firstly, I curl my lashes, which is like kind of scary when I do it. So I don't know if I want to do it on camera, but I do like 20 pumps and I like roll my eyes back, and like it's the most gross thing you've ever seen. There's one thing I would recommend to a person when doing their makeup is curling their eyelashes. It makes such a difference. I don't know if you can see that, but I feel like it has already made such a difference. So then for when I do my mascara, there's no like rhythm or like special technique. I just put it on. I'll put it on the top, and I'll just kind of like blink and put it on and make weird faces as I always do. And then today I'll put it on my lower lashes, but I don't always do that. Depends on how I'm feeling. But today, since it's kind of more of a cuter look, I feel like, you know, it's very girly, I'll put it on my lower lash line because I feel like it's what's needed for this look. Honestly, I love mascara. I've tried to be a lashes girl, but I honestly just can't do it. Mascara is just the way for me, the way to go. So whilst I wait for my mascara to dry, because I do like to recurl my lashes after doing my mascara, which I know is bad for you, but like it just looks so good, I do my lips. So I start off with the Glossier Hot Cocoa Balm. This is just for moisturizing. I just put a little bit on because I don't want the lip combo to be like the brown color of that. I want it to be really like juicy and red. It's Benetton, one of my all-time faves. So I'll just put this all over my lip. We're concentrating on putting it on the like, outside of my lip. Yeah, I just love Benetton. Literally got this like last year, like September, October, I'll say. And look how much it's used up. It's just so easy for when you don't want to wear makeup, but like you want to look a bit alive and you can just put it on. I just love it. So I'll go in with NYX lip pencil in Cocoa. The shade is a bit light for me on my top. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to flip you off. On my top lip. So what I like to do to combat that is I just put it as normal on my bottom lip. On top, I kind of go over a bit because you see, like, I think I have a double lip line. I'm not sure, but it's a bit lighter, the like perimeter of my lip, so I'll put it on that instead of putting it. And I like to round out the top of my lip, and then I also feel like that just like softens the perimeter of my lip. Use the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Bubblegum. I love these Maybelline Lifter Glosses. Normally I would use like Summer Fridays lip balm, but because this is new, I just wanted to use this, and I'll just use that to top it all off. It's the lip combo, and as I've been doing that, I was waiting for my mascara to dry, and then I'll just recurl my lashes. Between that eye and that eye, I feel like it's such a big difference. That is my finished makeup routine. I'm ready for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna be having a fun Galentine's with my sisters. And here's the look in some better lighting. You can see like more of the texture on my skin, but I really love it. I feel like it's just so glowy and exactly what I'm going for in an everyday makeup look that is a bit more than just like waking up and putting on Benetton, but not like a full glam.